Even with President Biden showing obvious signs of cognitive decline, let's be honest, it may not be the truth you want to hear, but folks, God bless it, it is the truth. He is obvious signs of cognitive decline.
Farron Cousins. Farron Balanced does one of his shows, plus Ring of Fire. And for the last year or so, he's probably one of the most consistent ones I've watched. First thing when I turn on my news, I tend to catch up with him first because he's quick, concise, witty. He pretty much knows his stuff. He doesn't pretend to be a lawyer, though he's worked in the legal field. You know, I admire his spunk and his passion, but I couldn't understand this reaction from him, just out of nowhere. I don't think I've seen him so worried about Biden in the past, but suddenly he's on this wagon of let's kick him out instead of circling the wagons to protect him.
Bloomberg's reporting that the DNC is now considering just, go ahead and nominating him now. Getting it out of the way, making him the official nominee of the party so that people shut up about replacing him with somebody who might actually have a chance to beat Donald Trump. He had like 1 month of good polls right after Trump got convicted, and the day before the debate, the polls shifted. Trump was back ahead. Now he's back ahead by 3 points. A week ago, it was 1 point. So don't tell me Biden's the only guy that can beat Trump when he's not beating him now. That's insane. You have to be a reality-denying individual to say that Biden's the only one that can beat Trump when he's not even beating him now, right?
Let's talk about the polls. Yes, okay, the polls don't show any great surge for Biden, but they sure haven't gone down, and I wouldn't say that the other guys have gone up remarkably. I don't think he won anybody over in that performance himself, the Orange Man, with all of his lies and taking credit for stuff that in no way or shape or form did he do, and not answering questions and pivoting and blaming. And this is only feeding into the other side's narrative. What is going on? He's saying, well, can't we even have the conversation?
Can we at least actually have the conversations? You've got some people on the left screaming, Biden's the only one that can beat Trump. Really? Because he's not beating him right now in the polls, okay?
Well, yes, we can have the conversation, but you guys are freaking out, and it seems to me like you're the ones who don't want a conversation. You're the ones who want to kick the poor guy out his ass.
The problem's your advisors. Your advisors are the bad ones. Trust us. You need to keep doing this, even though you obviously are not up to the task anymore.
Hey guys, we know we're small, but we are strong and we're growing because of you. Do you know in the last month we got over 2,000 subscribers, and I want you to help us get to 3,000 subscribers. We can do it. Press that subscribe button. It's completely free, but it means the world to us. It shows us that you like this unique take on the news. And when we get big, we promise we won't sell out and be like that other left-wing channel. Become a part of this community. I promise you, we will not let you down.
So, and on the other side, we had Biden, who admitted he had a bad night and that he was tired and that he was sick with a cold and he'd been tested for COVID or virus and he was just sick with a cold. It was a bad night. Okay. But he rallied, he got in some good licks, and then the next day he had a great rally in Raleigh, North Carolina, and he went on to host a lot of other events that week. So let's get a grip again. There's only so much you can rely on with polls and how much they're valid anymore these days and who they're polling and what questions are asked. But I'm going to go with some experts here and agree with historian Alan Lichtman. He's accurately predicted results of 9 out of the last 10 elections, and he's imploring the Democratic Party leaders not to switch horses midstream. That would be a catastrophe.
With us now is Alan Lichtman, presidential historian and history professor at American University. Professor, when we last heard from you Friday night with Abby Phillip, you said no. Replacing President Biden would be a mistake. You've had 2 more days to think about it. How do you feel this morning?
Even more strongly that it would be a mistake. You know, all of those who are calling for Biden's withdrawal, they have zero track record in predicting elections. And yet they presume to tell us what the Democrats need to do to win this election. And remember, all the pundits, you know, watched Hillary Clinton win 3 debates in 2016. They all said Trump was finished after Access Hollywood, and they are so often wrong. I have a system, as you know, that's been successful. I would say 10 of 10, but we can argue about 2000 since 1984. And the way it works, I have 13 keys. If 6 fall against the White House party, they're predicted losers. Biden ticks off the incumbency key, and he ticks off the party contest key. You push him out, you lose the incumbency key, and you lose the contest key. So instead of starting 2 keys up and having 6 more keys to fall to predict the Democrats' defeat, they start 2 keys down, and only 4 more keys would have to fall.
Now, there's been a lot of talk from a lot of people who are staying anonymous. You know, a lot of people are saying Biden's got problems. So, with tears in their eyes. But they've all been, to me, just opportunists jumping on the media to say their bit, just in case they turn out to be right and Biden loses. But back to you, Farron, you should take a look at the comments under your own videos, and you'll see the number of people who were saying, hey, Farron, we're disappointed in you. Biden's my man, riding with Biden, Joe all the way. Chill out, you know? The only way we lose is if we start fighting amongst ourselves. I mean, there's scroll after scroll after scroll. 98.5% is saying, hey, cut it out. Joe's our man. Now, if you want to have a conversation about possibly replacing Biden, I say, okay, have a conversation, but don't freak out and bring out all these ghosts and anonymous people that are saying, give us the facts. Show us the proof. Where is this cognitive decline? You know, it's happened more than just today. During the debate, it's happened other times too. Well, in what way? How has it affected anything in any meaningful way?
I keep seeing all those stories about I'm being too old. Let me say something. I was too old. I wasn't too old to create over 15 million new jobs. To make sure 21 million Americans are insured under the Affordable Care Act. To beat Big Pharma, the first one ever to do that, and lower the cost of insulin to $35 procedure. Was I too old to relieve student debt for nearly 5 million Americans and grow the economy? Too old to put the first black woman on the Supreme Court of the United States of America? To sign the Respect for Marriage Act? Was I too old to sign the most significant gun safety law in 30 years? To pass the biggest climate bill in the history of the world, not here, the history of the world. But then, my critics say, sure, but he did all that. But that was in the past. What about now? Well, how about the 200,000 jobs we announced yesterday?
They're talking about changing his schedule to times a day when he's more productive. Oh, that makes sense for somebody in their 80s. Come on. Don't say it's because of cognitive decline. He's just showing natural signs of aging, as far as most of these professionals who do give their opinion are saying. Whereas on the other side, we're seeing absolute insanity. Not just the lies and the, wanting a power. He's insane.
But it's great to be back in the beautiful The beautiful state. You know the state. We love it, and you always have to say it correctly. All we have to do is stop the steal, and we have it made. Just stop the steal. We can't let that happen again. This guy just, he goes to the beach all the time. Somebody thinks he looks good in a bathing suit. I don't think so. If anybody gets tired, you'll let me know. And if anybody goes down, if you start going down, we have people, they'll pick you up right away. They'll throw water. You know, they were so worried. Everybody was so worried yesterday about you. And they never mentioned me. I'm up here sweating like a dog. Secret Service said, we have to make sure everyone's safe. I said, what about me? Oh, we never thought of that. They don't think about me. I'm working my ass off. I'm working hard. This is hard work. Other people don't get out. They indict guys like Trump for what? The election was rigged. The election was a rigged election. Oh, let's indict him for saying that. Whereas you got guys like this. You got guys that kill people, and they're fine. They're just fine. Now, we're screwed up as a country, and we're going to unscrew it very quickly. It's going to take place very quickly. No, I got no teleprompter. You know, I pay all this money to teleprompter people, and I'd say 20% of the time they don't work. They don't work. The thing's waving around. They can't tie it a little bit tighter. I'm trying to look at coming down the runway, walking off the runway onto the stage. The teleprompters got blown to pieces. We had 60,000 people, and I was standing up there all by myself. Virtually 100% of the new jobs under Biden have also gone to illegal aliens. Did you know that? 100%. And you know, these people are so bad. They will correct me when I say 100%. 100% of the new jobs have gone to illegal aliens. Can you believe it? By the way, isn't that breeze nice? Do you feel the breeze? Because I don't want anybody going on me. We need every voter. I don't care about you. I just want your vote. I don't care.
And we're talking about Joe, you know, couldn't remember what points he was supposed to hammer home on a debate stage while being blasted with lies and no fact-checking, you know, and after being tired and sick. I'm just sick and tired of all of you. Just get a grip. Let's get this election won and in the bag, and then we can have a squabble about maybe he should pass the torch, okay? Come on, people. There's too much at stake.